Okay, I'm going to sit y'all right there on this tractor while I'm talking about what's going on. Yeah, I just twisted my ankle, huh? I'm going to take this screwdriver, and I have a huge problem with the 4430. Maybe some of you kind of know what the huge problem is without even asking, but I'm going to tell you anyway. I got synchronizers out, all of them. Yeah, and I'm wearing a weird hat if you didn't notice. So, as me and Timothy were effing around here, looking at the bleeding Christmas tree, somebody's calling me. Hold on a second. Okay. So that was a guy from a spy camera group. It's kind of weird. I don't know why in the hell they would think I needed a spy camera. But anyway, let's get down to business here. This tire I have off the ground, and I have inspected my spider gears. There is not a problem with the spider gears in this differential. At all, at least that I have seen. Now I've tore this. I haven't torn it apart, but I do believe the way things are going, and I'm not seeing any spider gear issues. At least I don't think I am. So anyways, as you can see, I have inspected just about everything on this tractor, and the only thing that I have discovered is that my synchronizer facings are all gone. There's nothing left in there that I can see. I can't show you because, well, you won't be able to see it on film. So, this creates a huge problem for me. Well, it's a huge problem for anybody that's got a 40-year-old tractor. This tractor was bought and brought here new in 1977. The thing is, if this tractor was a tractor that I had bought, I would probably, do the minimal, get this hydraulic pump going, and, ship it out. I guess I would ship it out. I don't really want to ship it out, but this tractor was bought for my grandmother by my grandfather. And she put most of the hours on it, up until about 10,000 hours, and then, of course, she's now retired, and she'll be 90 years old at the end of the month. And of course, she's still, obviously, this tractor is not going to be leaving this farm. Now, John Deere, if I was going to have this done, John Deere would charge around $10,000, $12,000 to do this job. And a lot of you guys are thinking, holy shit, the tractor's not worth that much. Well, a broken tractor's not worth $12,000, but a fully operational tractor that you can get into and have confidence that it's going to go is definitely worth $12,000. But general rule of thumb, if you put a $12,000 into a tractor and it's only worth $15,000, basically it's scrap. You'd sell it to a salvage company, and people like me would go buy the parts that are needed to put this thing back together. And that's fine. But I have to do this work because the tractor, to me, is worth sentimental value to this tractor. Is worth a lot more than just a chunk of iron. So, yeah. Now, another thing I wanted to get into with this tractor is that, okay, John Deere is going to charge you possibly $12,000. Just use $12,000 as the base price is what John Deere is going to charge you, because by the time they're going to want to put a new hydraulic pump in here. They're going to want to replace the synchronizer, the housing that holds the synchronizer back and forth, because there does get to be wear on them. Possibly I will be replacing them. I am not sure. I've got to look. From what I can see with my screwdriver here is that the housing's pretty tight. So I don't think that I have somebody else pointed this out, but on the inside of these packs, or these synchro housings or shifter housings, there's a bump. There's actually, I believe, 2 bumps, and over time they wear out. Well, I know that these are not worn out because it's pretty tight. So anyways, by the time you're done with John Deere and you got $12,000 into it, the reality of it is that they've replaced probably around $500 worth of parts. So that's a lot to chew on. You know, I mean, in the back of your mind, you're thinking, Jesus Christ, $12,000. Well, 99% of that, or 96% of that is labor. It's labor, and it's overinflated labor. This cab came off of here in about 3 hours. That includes the rock shaft housing. So, yeah, so what's 3 hours worth of time? And you wonder how they come up with the $12,000 price tag. Well, it's prorated. You see, if they take this tractor that's broken and they say, hey, it's going to cost you $12,000, they're in the back of the farmer's mind, or anybody that owns the broken tractor is thinking, holy shit, $12,000. Well, they're going to charge me $12,000, and I can go out and buy a good used tractor for $12,000. Or, not $12,000. Well, you could buy another 4430 for about $12,000 to $15,000. Is it going to be good, or is it going to have the same problems or close to the same problems? That's what you got to think about. But what John Deere is thinking is, hey, we can get that farmer to, we'll give the farmer like $6,000 for the broken tractor, and then it'll just go to a salvage company or a black hat company will come out and buy it and do the work, and then the tractor will be worth $15,000 to $16,000, $18,000, in the 30 series range. But the farmer, what the John Deere dealer is going to do is say, hey, listen, it's going to cost you $12,000. We'll give you $6,000, he says, and then we'll give you a few discounts on top of that if you buy a brand new tractor. So then the farmer ends up in, say, I don't know what the numbers are now, but a 5000 series tractor, I believe you can get a 5130R or something like that with a cab that's comfortable and spacious and blah 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 for $80,000 or $60,000 or whatever it is. I know you can buy a 6145 John Deere tractor, which is bigger than this one. It's a 4-cylinder, by the way, which I wouldn't buy that because it's 4-cylinder. But you can get that for about $85,000 with a loader if you price it out right. So what they do is they're like, okay, $12,000, we'll give you $6,000 plus $6,000 in discounts, which is bullshit, but they do it anyway. And you end up with a tractor for, say, $63,000 bucks. 63, 73,000, 73,000. Yeah. So there you go, $73,000, and you got a payment for a while. Or you can pull yourself up by the bootstraps, take a risk, rip the son of a bitch apart, and fix it for $500 and your time. So that's where we're at right now. Anyway, yeah, thanks for watching. I'm going to start tearing this thing apart. Hey, I'm in luck. Yes, luck. Not only do I have heat from my little thing there, there's only one synchronizer pack in the 4430. For some reason, I thought there were two, an upper and a lower. But this is it. This is the only one. And yes, the synchronizers are toast. They're, oh, I don't know what the hell I just did there. Did I just fuck that up? No. So anyways, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to pull this guy here off. And I'm going to slide this shaft out, this shaft here, come right out, this one, and I'm going to try and pull that whole housing, and we'll inspect that a little closer so you can see what I'm talking about when I say that the facings are missing. I want to be 100% sure that the facings are missing also. So 15/16 inch wrench, boom, that's coming off of there. Stay tuned. It's actually 1 1/8. Oh, here we go. Crack you loose. For some reason I can't seem to find my 1 1/8. Oh, there it is. Duh. So I don't have to split this transmission. It's nice. Makes me a lot happier. I don't think I do. I may have to split the tractor, but I'm not sure just yet. Ugh. Turning wrenches, my friend. This will just be a press job, if I remember right. There. of times when you get into a job like this, you're just like, well, there's got to be an easier way, you know, like to pull this upper shaft out. There isn't an easier way to pull this upper shaft out. There is not an easier way to pull the upper shaft out. Here's what's got to happen. I got to split the tractor, which really isn't that big of a deal. You know, you just hunker down and do the job. There's two places you can split these tractors, okay? You can split it at the first split, which is at the engine, or you can split it at the second split, which is the transmission. Now, there's been several times that I have split these tractors just at the engine. Because this is a quad range transmission, basically this is an 8-speed synchronized 8-speed transmission, like the 8-speed Synchro model. That's what that is. Now, with the Power Quad, there is actually clutch packs on the back side of the flywheel, which are what that's your high and low. So if you've got A, B, C, and D range, and then you have 1, 2, 3, and 4. Well, your 1 and your 2 and your 3 and your 4, those are power shifts, and that function is done up in the shift packs, up between the engine and the transmission. Your 8 speeds and your range changes are all done here in the transmission side of it. So this is A, B, C, and D. The synchronized part is your 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, those ranges. So, if you're in A, B, C, you want to change from A, B, C, and D, you got to push in on your clutch. You're supposed to completely stop because it's a non-synchronized shift. Whereas your 3 and 4 is or your 1 and 2, your 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, those are right here. These are the synchronized. That's what the synchronizers are for. So these synchronizers are bad between 3 and 4. I believe this is right. I might be backwards. Let me think here. Okay, so yes, this is between the low range and the high range, which is technically first and second and third and fourth gears. So your 1, 2, 3, or your A, B, C, and D are non-synchronized, and your high and your low are done here in these synchronizers. Now, this synchronizer kit is no big deal. The drums, probably I'm going to inspect those. They're probably just fine, and all I really need it's a complete kit, but I don't think I want to buy the complete kit. There's nothing wrong with this part that I know of. I'm just going to have to do some serious inspection, but this is the deal. It has to be split, and it has to, I have to get it split apart. And like this guy here, this has to come apart from the inside of the transmission, which is an input shaft that comes off the center of the transmission, which comes off the engine, or the clutch housing. So this little guy here has to come out. So I know there's 3 bolts. Let me see, number 27. 27 is 3 screws. Yep, done that before. And there's little shims that are supposed to go in there. So yeah, I think I have some of those shims, which go on the front side, not the back side of the pump. I don't have to do anything with the differential. Differential is fine. I have looked at the spider gears, if I haven't said so already, but I've looked at the spider gears, and the spider gears seem to be fine. I've just looked at it all. So, this is what has to happen. I have to block up the front half of the tractor. Yep, the front half of the tractor, which I have somewhere around here, channel irons that actually get bolted. I'll pull them steps off of there, and I'll bolt to the step, and that should give me enough weight at the front. I think I got a full tank of fuel. I probably don't even have to go that far back, but we'll see. And I'll just bolt one there, bolt one on the other side, let the air out of the tires enough so that I can slide the whole thing back. I have a big 4-ton floor jack over there, so I'm going to have to sweep up my Speedy Dry so that thing will roll easy enough. And then you just unbolt everything and roll it on back, which you've seen in the past. So instead of me talking about doing it, it's time that I actually do it. So it's one of those shit or get off the pot moments, and I've just gotten off the pot. I'm done shitting. Here we go.